Alright guys, welcome to a brand new series on the channel. We are going on Motorsport Manager with a mod for the F1 2021 season. This means we could play as any of the teams in F1 this season with their drivers and hopefully build up a team, because I've already decided the team I'm going for, which will be Williams, to become contenders for the title in the end. Shockingly, McLaren are actually the favourites to finish first, but obviously it probably should be Mercedes or Red Bull. We're going to be with Williams, who are 9th. The only team below us is Haas. So fingers crossed we can build something up over the course of the season, keep hold of George Russell and start moving towards winning championships. Right, so welcome to the Dubai GP, the first one of the season. In the meantime, we've picked a few sponsors, try and get some more money, and we've also started to build a wind tunnel and a simulator to try and help us progress this car along. We've now at a point where we've just got to pick which bonus we're going to go for this GP. I'm not expecting a good one. I'm not expecting us to finish high, so we are going to go for the lowest one. It only gives us 50k, but I genuinely cannot see us finishing above 13th. I don't even think we'll finish there, if I'm going to be honest with you. In terms of tyre selection, we've got 12 tyres remaining, so we're going to focus on the soft tyres, a few mediums, super softs, then softs, the mediums. I'm used to it being proper F1 where that would be soft, that would be medium, that would be hard. We're going to go for with a few more softs though, obviously. We don't want to... And we'll do the exact same for Russell. We're not picking favourites as it stands. They're going to fight it out, and whoever starts picking up more points will then obviously be the main man. We've got no new parts at the moment, so it is a case of you're just going to have what you've got for this GP. If we click continue, we've done all that, so now it's time to race. I think it's practice first. And we load up the Dubai GP. 23 races. We do go back to Dubai and we go back to a few other places as well, but this is the track. This is practice. I'm not going to show you practice. What I will show you is qualifying and the race. So I'm going to go see what setup's going to be best for us, and if you want to see the practice, then in future episodes let me know and we can do it. I can get it put in there. Otherwise I'll see you in a bit for qualifying. Right, so here we are for qualifying. Practice actually went quite well. I think it was 10th and 12th for Latifi and Russell respectively, which that's half decent for us, to be fair. If we go into their little perks, we will be able to get an increase in performance for super soft tyres, which is definitely what we're going to go for, and qualifying trim, so that should help us out with both drivers in qualifying, and you never know, we might actually sneak into Q2, possibly, very possibly. Russell wasn't happy with his speed balance at all, so we're going to do what we can, but I don't really know what we can do. Change the gear ratios, that might help him a little bit, and on downforce I'll get him into his little red zone that he wants to be in. Well, obviously if you're going in qualifying you want super softs on. I'm not gonna mess about with Latifi's too much. I think they're gonna suit him just about fine. So if we do, we take or simulate? We'll take qualifying. So we're just gonna wait a little bit for now. Just first cars are now heading out. So we're going to send out Latifi. We ain't going to have many super softs for the race at this reckoning. So out goes Latifi. We'll see what he can do before we think about sending Russell out. Or do we send Russell out? Yeah, slow down, mate. Get your optimisation going. We do not need. Right, I'm going to send out Russell. He's aching to go, so he can come out as well. Tyre temps are a bit low. Well, sort them out. That's not our fault. That's on you, Latifi. He's on a lap anyway. He's just gone past. What can he do? Sector 2. Lance Stroll sets a new fastest sector 2. So Latifi, he's on greens, that's all he's on. So he comes through. He is the slowest of the lap so far. Now Russell, he's on a lap. He's 6 tenths down. So at the moment he's about 6th or 7th. So he comes through here, keeping it nice and neat. That's important. Russell puts himself 16th. Go back down to normal speed for us. So Latifi is not last. Mazepin's last. There is a Haas who's up here somewhere. Schumacher has blitzed it in that Haas. Absolutely blitzed it. Right now, we've got to try and think about when the best time is for us to go back out. We will have to go back. I could do a better lap if you let me out to try it. Okay, we'll let you out to try it. Don't you worry. You can have another set of softs. I don't think you're going to get through though. So he can go out now. He believes that he can do a better lap. I don't believe he can do a better lap. If he can, I don't think it's going to be much quicker than what we've just seen. We'll send out Russell as well. So he can go out on a fresh pair of super softs. We're going to keep an eye on Latifi. So we're going to put it on to ×2. This is our last chance. We will not have another lap after this. I don't think. Unless we're really bad. I really want to keep some super softs for the race. His tyre temperature's too low. Well, that's on you. That's not on me to make sure your tyres are spot on. Okay. So he's 3 tenths. That's quicker. He's quicker than he was before. 8 tenths off then. So right now he's about 10th, 11th, 12th. Latifi doesn't improve, I don't think. Russell coming up to the line. He does improve for 12th. Russell goes 12th. Latifi will have to go again. We will have to get him back out. I don't even know if we've got the time to get him out. Come on, if he wants to hurry up, we can get you back out, mate. One last shot. He's going to have 1 pair of super softs for the race, and the rest of the race he's going to have to go on slower tyres. Go, mate. George Russell, 12th. Is it enough to see him into Q2? Possibly. He won't go again. Russell's done. Wherever he finishes now, he finishes. That's That's all. We're going to speed this along now for Latifi. Here he goes. What can he do? He's up on his time. He's up on first. He's battling with someone. That's not going to help him. Nah, and he's lost a chunk of time. He's better than what he was doing though. And Latifi goes 11th. That is a huge lap. Absolutely huge lap from Nicholas Latifi. And now we wait. Are we through? Will two... No, I think everyone's done. I think both cars are into Q2. Indeed they are. Russell and Latifi both through to Q2. Kimi Raikkonen, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, Nikita Mazepin and Antonio Giovinazzi all eliminated in Q1. Not much between Latifi and Russell at all. Not much between them. Fourth one from the Ferrari. Leclerc just scraping through there in the end. We will take it. They're going to have one lap each to prove they're good enough. He's going to use old super softs for this. They've got to, I think. We've not planned these tyres correctly. I will say that right now. Well, I've not planned these tyres correctly at all. So we'll send Latifi out. And we'll send our Russell out as well. Russell's got a lot more tyres left. Unbelievable how many more he's got. He may be the pick for the race. He may have to be the favourite for the race. Here we go. As they go. Go boys, go, 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 go. We're not going to make... I don't think we'll make it to Q3, but... Oh no, we're 6 tenths down already. That is shocking. Russell's actually gained a bit though. He's only 4 tenths down. He's having a better lap at the moment. Russell did go faster than Latifi just, but you are now starting to see the difference between the top teams and us. Oh, Leclerc's struggling in this qualifying for sure. Mick Schumacher, he only sets what enough for a last pretty much. Oh, Latifi will just have to accept wherever he is. We'll just have to accept where he is because he hasn't got the tyres to go out again. Russell does. Russell is going out again. That is for sure. We've got to send him out again. With these extra tyres that he's got to go. He's got to go again. He's not far off a top 10 place here, George Russell. And it would be an absolutely amazing... Can you let me out for another lap? Latifi, we can't. You ain't got the tyres, mate. Can Russell get into Q3? Here he goes. He's going through. He's slower in sector 1. Oh, no he can't. Well, that's a waste of a set of tyres. Russell can't improve. We'll just speed away to the end now. Latifi begging to go out, but there's no point. We'd have to put him on soft tyres, and he's not going to be quick enough on soft tyres at all. He just will not be quick enough. final minute of the session. I know it's the final minute of the session. No one's going to be getting out. Right now it looks... Oh, who's gone quicker? Leclerc's gone quicker. Leclerc's found the time to go quicker. We are eliminated in Q2. There we go. 12th and 13th for us. Mick Schumacher and Fernando Alonso both slower. And Yuki Tsunoda above us. I wonder if we're going to see who get pole. Q2 eliminate. Threshold. There we go. Continue. This one we will simulate. Oh, it's raining. It is raining in Q3. That could throw up something for the books. Hamilton's currently on pole. So we enter the final 5 minutes. It's a Mercedes front row lockout. Unless things change. Coming to the end. It is a Mercedes front row lockout. Hamilton on pole, Bottas second, Verstappen will start third, Norris completing the second row of the grid, Ricciardo and Perez on the third row, Sainz and Leclerc 7th and 8th, and then the two Aston Martins 9th and 10th. There it is, confirmed. Bottas was quickest in Q1 and Q2. But when it all came down to it in Q3, it was Hamilton who pulled it out the bag. So there you have it. We will be starting 12th and 13th for the first Grand Prix of the season. I'll see you for race day. Right, so welcome to the 2016 in game time, Dubai Grand Prix. We are starting 12th and 13th respectively. Both drivers are going to be on different strategies because of the tyres available. Latifi will be starting on the soft, Russell on the super soft tyre. We will now pick their perks. So Latifi's going to get more out of the soft tyre and race trim, and we're going to do super soft for Russell and also race trim, so they can both get as much out of it as they can. In terms of car setup, we're sticking with what we have. The fastest lap, there's not much between these two drivers, not much at all. I'm hoping we might be able to sneak in for a top 10, a points finish, but very, very unlikely. We're gonna start just neutral to start off with, see how the start of the race goes, and we'll pick it up from there. Let's get ready, let's wait for those red lights to go out. So here's the grid. Hamilton from Bottas. Mercedes looking to dominate this season if they can. But I'm sure Max Verstappen will have something to say about that. Continue. I'm going to put Russell on the push straight off the bat. And the race has started. Latifi and Russell, stay as you are. Oh, Russell's on the move. He's up into 9th. What a first couple of corners from George. 8th. He is flying right now. He's up into 7th. We're going to go back down to neutral. Try and keep these tyres going. Latifi holds firm in 13th. But George Russell is up in 6th place now. What is going? He's up into 5th. He is on fire. What a start to the Grand Prix for our George. It's about being smart, knowing when to pit. And right now, we're just going to hold firm. That's all we need to do. Hold firm. People are using ERS as well. We haven't used any yet. We will use a bit of it now. Use a bit of it now to try and defend. We're going to go into hybrid mode. George, 7th place. He's doing alright. Latifi's all the way back down here. We need to give him a bit of a push, actually. We've kind of stopped paying attention to our Latifi. Russell, though, he seems comfy. He's settled at the moment. He is settled. I'm going to save some more of this battery now. That's for Latifi. It's not going well, is it? Whacking back down to neutral. He's taken Ocon. Obviously, Russell has become our priority now, being up here. We've got to keep an eye on him, know when to pit him. That's the key thing here for Russell, is we need to know when to pit him. He's starting to lose track of the cars in front. He should be able to go a bit longer on these tyres. Oh, I'm just going to put his driving style to push, because he does have a bit more in terms of tyres than these other cars. He's regaining some of that, so we're going to go for this proper energy. We'll go back to the normal, and Latifi's going to have a bit of energy usage as well now, and Russell's going to go for a move. He's not quite made it stick against Leclerc. There we go. Latifi's back up to 11th now. Just going to put Russell back onto neutral. We just need to know now, when is the time for us to pit Russell? He's trying to get past Leclerc. It hasn't happened. And Checo's now using some ERS to try and gain up close to our George. Latifi's in the points. He's in 10th. Russell defending from Checo now. Checo's going to go down the inside, is he? Or is Russell going to hold on? Russell will hold on. We're going to push. And Checo's got him here. Checo's got him here. Checo goes down the inside and through. We'll spend a few laps now just trying to save that energy that we've got. We're going to up that pace a little bit, because it's going to be status quo for a little bit. It is definitely going to be a bit of status quo of us just, and there we go. The first few cars are now pitting. Russell should be able to go a lap or two longer, and he will go a lap or two longer. And Latifi is defending from Tsunoda, who's using ERS to try and get past. He hasn't currently managed to get past. We're looking at that tyre wear for Russell. Latifi's up into 7th. When do we do it? When do we pull the trigger on George and get him in? I feel like Checo's surely got to pit soon. We're going to put him on to push. He wants to pit. He wants to pit. We're making that call now. He will pit. So these go 19 to 21 laps, which still wouldn't take Russell to the end. So do we then go them and then back on to maybe softs at the end, super softs at the end? We're going to do it. We're going to go soft and then back onto super soft for our George. He doesn't need anything looking at the moment. So if we add charge of 25%, that will help. We'll just go for balanced pit stop. So in comes George. Latifi now becomes priority. That Merc Hamilton is destroying us right now. Soon George will pit. There we go. In goes George. And now it's Nicholas Latifi. So we're going to pause it now. We're going to pit Latifi. He looking at, so he's got no choice but to do a soft medium. I'm not happy about that. Do we go to the mediums now and then go on the softs at the end, so we're a bit quicker at the end? I think we go on to the softs again, try and get ourselves still up here, and then mediums at the end. When we come out, we will be 19th. We will be battling with George Russell. We're going to add 25% charge, no risk. Now, question I have, all these have to pit. All those have to pit. Russell might have been caught out in terms of like your strolls and that. I think he has been undercut by a few people, and that is up to us now to regain that position, that potential. So we're going to go into hybrid mode anyway. That is where we're going to be going with George. We're off target apparently. Latifi came out ahead of him. Latifi came out ahead of George. There's something for you. We've got two or so laps to play with. I can't believe that Latifi. We're gonna say let him through because he's on a quicker strategy. Strategy, allow teammate through. There we go. We're going to keep the tyres, but we've got 3 laps worth of fuel to use here. We're in the midst of a point in this race where I think it may have all gone a little bit wrong for us. Okay, we're just going to pause it, see exactly where we are. So Latifi is 18th. Gazzy's just come out on super softs. His race I think is gone because of the tyres that he's got to use. I think he's done. Russell on the other hand, we've got Ocon, Giovinazzi, Alonso, Schumacher all to come out of the pits. We should be ahead of them, I'd have thought, with that time gap. Only 18 seconds to Ocon. We should be ahead of all of them. Raikkonen, I'd have thought we'd have been ahead of Raikkonen. I won't lie. Where is Raikkonen? There's Raikkonen. I would think we'd be ahead of him. I'd think we'd be ahead of him. Like I said, Russell's our main priority in this race. Probably our main priority in most races, in all fairness. He's the main man. With the laps counting down, we do need to be a bit careful about our tyre wear, so we will go back down to the normal engine mode. We're going to use some of this to try and catch up, and there we go into 13th. That was good. He He might well have to go on to the harder tyre. Or go back onto a pair of softs. And Ricciardo gets that back off Russell. Right, sorry guys. Censored by GMA. Gasly needs to get out of my way. So Gasly is currently holding up. We're going to put him on to... Hamilton's held his tyres so much better than we have. We've really pushed these softs very early. We're going to have to go on to the hards, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go on to the hards. You are struggling with tyre wear. It's actually a bit of a worry, so we are going to pit you at the end of this lap. Should get to the end. Should Russell. Should get to the end on him. If he doesn't, we're in a little bit of trouble. So he will be in this lap. Latifi's in 15th place. He's right behind his man. He's gonna... Tyro's not up on my lap times. I know that, mate. Just waiting to be able to come in and put you onto mediums. So then Russell is going to be trying to go to the end. Yeah, but Alonso should have to pit again, I think. Mistake on the rear right. That is shocking. Cassandra Tanasi with the mistake. I think Latifi's come out behind. Ignore, we're not bringing you in. We're not bringing anyone in now. We're going to the end. That's what's happening. We're going to the end. We've took someone else now. What's up with Latifi? ERS fully charged. Fine, you can have a bit of ERS then, mate. You can have a bit of ERS and all. Surely everyone else is not going to end up doing a one-stopper. Ocon's on for quick tyres as well. We're going to pause in these last few laps. We are going... How much spare? He's got quite a bit of spare fuel actually. So overtake mode. And how much you got? You got a load as well. Overtake mode. Don't worry about your parts. You've got 5 laps left. We've got fuel to burn. Utilise it. We're into 11th place, which is fantastic for us. I don't know what's going to go on with Latifi. He's down in 18th. He's got a gap to... Yeah, he's not going to get anywhere. He has an issue. Russell, it's confirmed. He 110% has an issue. I'm guessing so does Latifi. Yes, they will need to be fixed at the end of the race. We cannot do that now. Russell, we're going to have to hold on, mate. Just drive. Same with you. We're going to have to ignore. Just drive, boys. There's a chance of a point here if you want it. Russell's into 10th. Final lap of the race. He's got worn tyres. I know you've got worn tyres. Tyres overheated. Okay. I always catch up to 9th. We've ridden the points. Come on! We've picked up a point on the first race of the season. George Russell, two-stopper. We almost caught Raikkonen, who somehow managed to make a one-stop work. Absolutely brilliant. To pick up a point, first race of the season. I will take that all day long. Latifi finished 17th. It was never going to be his race. As soon as we saw how bad his tyre situation was, it was never going to be a case of him being able to, you know, do anything, to be honest, because he was always going to be on the slower tyres, and he was. Russell, though, managed to make it work. Couple of overtakes, and he's got himself a 10th place finish in the end. Absolutely fantastic. If we go on gap to leader, it was always quite a big gap in terms of. God, they give you a lot of information, don't they? Yeah, we want to see George, who starts here, goes all the way up, and in the end gets his 10th place finish, because he fell back. Let's not forget that. He fell all the way back, but he worked his way back through, just as you'd expect. I'm going to check the cars, make sure we haven't broken any rules, which we haven't. And there it is, confirmed. We have completed the sponsor objective. We've got a car in the top 13, so that's an extra 50k into the bank. And we've also picked up our point, which for us, in terms of finishing 9th overall, that's huge, absolutely huge. As long as Haas didn't do anything, no, both Haas's 18th and 20th. Yeah, just comfortable in the end, isn't it, really? Exactly what you'd want. There you go, 1 point on the board for George Russell, who's 26 points behind Lewis, which I don't know how that works. Maybe gets a point for qualifying. Yeah, and there we are, 8th. AlphaTauri and Haas both on 0. But yeah, we pick up a point. I'm very happy. All of these articles are going to basically say, oh, in the middle of the table, but who cares? We're expected to be 9th out of 10 teams, so essentially we're supposed to be 17th and 18th, theoretically. But that is the end of the Dubai GP, end of the first episode of this series. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.